on that healing journey and you're still uh, growing into and becoming the man that God called you to be, and the man that every good father has dreamt and prayed for you to be. I hope that your journey is going well. I pray over your mind. I pray over your thoughts. I pray over your heart, your soul, your spirit. And I wanted to remind you that you are not your failures. You are not your sin. You are not your destructive past patterns. You are not who you used to be. You are not even your struggles or your battles. You are who God called you to be. You are exactly what God made you to be. The only thing missing and the only thing that you have to do is walk towards it. Matter of fact, I'll even say run towards it. Run away from your old creature, run away from your old being, your old thoughts, your old, um, again, destructive patterns, and run towards Jesus. Run towards Christ, run towards God, run towards your calling. Because the thing is that every second that passes and you decide and choose to stay stuck and dwell on your sadness, dwell on your pain, dwell on things that you should have changed, things that you should have fixed, things that you should have done differently. The more you stay stuck in that moment in time, the more you miss out on exploring what God has planned for you. And the more you miss out on what God wants to do through you and with you and in you, whether it be for you or for the people around you, every second and every minute and every hour and day that passes that you don't make that decision to run towards God and run towards your purpose in God, you know, I'll even go as far as say that more lives and souls are lost because there's key people that God wants to bring to his kingdom through you. And yet here you are dwelling on the past, dwelling on your pain, dwelling on what should have been, what could have been, and there's more to life. There's more to life than things that should have been ours, and they should have gone a certain way, and things that in our heart we know really generally could have gone a certain way, and there's no point on holding on to that, especially if you're the only one fighting for it. If you're the only one that is determined on fixing things and you're all on your own and there's no effort placed by anybody but yourself, then technically you're setting yourself up for failure, right? So instead of doing that, then I highly recommend and suggest that again, run towards God, run towards Christ, run towards your purpose in God, and you will see and experience that there's so many greater things that God has planned for you, that God again wants to do through you, in you, and with you, and you'll never see it unless you make that decision and take that first step towards running towards God and His plan for you. Now, I know it might seem like a little too easier said than done, and I get that. I believe me, I understand 1,000% how it may be perceived as, well, Jorge, it's you make it sound easy, but my mind, there's like a battle, there's a war in my mind every day. Trust me, I get it. More than a lot of people right now, I understand. I too have to continuously battle with my mind, with my thoughts, with the past, errors, right? Um, Failures, falls, and believe me, I get it. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. It really is a matter of choices and decisions. Uh, I would compare it to, you know, and this comparison might not do well with many people who just happen to struggle with cravings and stuff. But for me at least, and for anyone who is into fitness and health, it's a good comparison might be a diet, right? It really is a matter of you deciding to want to do better for yourself. It's a matter of you choosing and deciding that, you know, I'll sacrifice whatever amount of time or whatever amount of period of time and stop, partaking and intaking and consuming certain foods or whatever, right, to hit a goal, and then from there, I'll kind of like mold everything around that new lifestyle or like new diet. Literally, almost the same thing. It's all a matter of deciding to go through with it. So yeah, I wanted to do like a quick, short live stream for a few minutes. Literally just waiting for mom to get out the dentist's office, but this is a call mainly to all men, every man, whether it be if you're a Christian man of God, right, or if you're just a man that is going through heartbreak, you're going through trauma, you're going through, just pain, emotional pain, psychological pain. You're wanting answers that are being withheld from you. You're wanting explanations that are being withheld from you. You're wanting and desiring a connection, communication, conversation with certain people, and that is being withheld from you. Again, I 1,000% understand. And if you need to talk, if you want to talk, if you need a brother um, or a fellow man that is going through something similar or worse, then I'm here for you. I'm here to listen. I'm here to hear you out. And also, I wanted to say a few things that I've already said in the past. I've already in detail explained my situation. Um, but I honestly don't mind taking the time to go through some of these details and information again. So, as I stated many times over before, on here and in other platforms, my situation is I ended up, cheating and emotionally hurting the person that I love, the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, the person, the woman that I knew God had, hand selected and separated for me at the time. Um, ended up being in a very extremely vulnerable state. I failed her. I, cheated um, numerous times, you know, in different ways, and I ended up ruining the greatest thing that I had in my life. I ended up ruining the greatest woman that I have ever known and have ever experienced in my entire life. Um, and so I I have always said, and I will always say, I am not the victim. I have never been the victim, nor have I ever made myself to be the victim, and nor would I ever do that because I'm well aware, and I'm well aware that she is the one that has been put through the most out of this entire situation. And all I have ever done and wanted to do and tried to do since is make things right. I've wanted to be there for her. I've done everything I could in my power to stay for her and, do everything that I found available to me to, help her pick up the pieces, etc. Um, and there's a lot more that goes into it, but um, right now, uh, have not been given the opportunity to continue with trying to help her. I've not been given the opportunity to be there for her and try to make things right and start over a new leaf. And sadly, I have come to learn that, there's many things that sadly will not make sense in life. There's many things that, um, in general, people in general, I'm not outing anyone or targeting anyone by saying this, people in general do really um, irrational things, especially towards people that want to do right by them and want to do good and want to, you know, actually be of help and assistance and support. Um, I, my brother used to say this for some time while I was going through what I was going through and trying to make things right. He said something very true, and it's a phrase that I've heard in the past before, but I've never really experienced it for myself. But um, it is true. Hurt people hurt people. People who are hurt end up hurting other people, whether it's people who deserve to be hurt or deserve to have retaliation, or even people who don't deserve to be hurt back. Um, and I'm not saying if I'm one or the other. I'm just saying, like in general, people who are hurt just happen to do one or the other. However, um, no matter how hurt and sad and just in many ways destroyed I am, even to this point, um, I it, it's I'm incapable of of having anger or holding a grudge or anything, um, you know, towards anybody. No matter um, how bad things get between me and the person, I just don't have it in me to hold a grudge or be mad or angry or have a vendetta against anyone. I truly, genuinely just pray for the person, and I ask God to continue to heal them. I ask God to continue to, you know, renew their mind and their heart and their spirit, and just pray, hope, and not wish, but pray and hope the best for them, basically. And that's all. That's all it is. Is I pray and hope that she got that God heals her completely, heart, mind, and soul, and spirit. And yeah, all I ever want is for her to be at peace and happy. That's all I've ever wanted for her from day one. But anyways, if other men, like I said earlier, are going through something similar or worse, um, please feel free to share your story, your situation, whatever you're going through, your healing journey. You have a brother here who, cares for you, cares about you. You have a brother here that is willing to take the time and make the time to pray for you and pray over you. You have a brother here who cares about another brother's like well-being, and yeah, I wanted to open up a moment for any other man who's going through the same thing, and yeah, we are here for you. We're here. I know this channel, it's not about one thing or the other. There's no one extreme specific topic, and so I know this live stream might feel a little off for some new people or like some new subscribers, and I get that. I understand, but if you read very carefully the description of the channel or what it's about, um, you see that it is fair game to do this right now. So, anyways, I'll keep talking to you guys later. God bless you all.